Hello there. It was pointed out to me in a Reddit thread the other day that by a certain Tough Dirt 619, um, that I was wrong on certain of my assumptions that I did in the video I did about IR versus SA. More specifically, which parts of which champion will actually get the bonus. Um, One of the things I did say was that Kamet would probably benefit from Infernal Roar. That's essentially not true. Um, and I'm gonna go into why, and more importantly, how to make sure of any given, how to make sure that a champ will actually work with Infernal Roar. So what we're gonna do is basically just place a bunch of these guys in different places so we can have them kind of separate. And then we are going to drop some healers just to keep them alive temporarily. And the last step is going to be dropping Volka. The Volka has her passive that will heal allies when they hit with a basic attack. Now, this only works with stuff that is actually a basic attack. Which essentially means, so if you look at Valeria here, she will do one fairly soon. She's getting her heals here, 1059, 1059. That's great. But once she does that slam of hers right there, no heal. So, what that essentially means, at least should, is that you can just test this fairly easily and see which parts of which champion are actually going to benefit from Infernal Roar. So if we look at Nyx for a second here, her attacks are double dealing. So both the initial hit and the return of the dagger is dealing basic attack damage. If we ult with her, she throws her blade, and each explosion is still generating healing. If we look at Alistair, he's getting his heals. If we proc his ult, he is still getting his heals. Kamet is currently getting his heals at 669, but if we ultimate with him, that's a hit, and no heals. So, I just wanted to point out that I'd like to correct the statement that I made in that previous video, that is not true. Kamet will not benefit from Infernal Roar when he ults. This means also that his Splitting Strike and Obliteration, or I think those are the proper terms for those, don't have the skills in visual right now, will not benefit at all from Infernal Roar. So Kamet is probably a champion that will systematically be better with Soulbound Arcana. But this also means that you can test extremely easily which parts of which champions actually do benefit from Infernal Roar, which will probably allow you to get a better idea of which champion should actually be equipping it. That's really just all I kind of wanted to go into here. There was no real purpose to starting the fight or actually testing the damage. It was really just to point out, A, said an error on my part, and B, using Volka's passive here to actually determine which champs can benefit from Infernal Roar. I'd also like to point out that this was brought to my attention by, again, I forgot the name, but I said it earlier, by someone else on Reddit when I was pointing out that the damage difference in calculation between Infernal Roar and Soulbound Arcana is present. So, yeah, thanks to whoever pointed that out to me. Again, forgot the name right now, but I said it earlier in this video. And, yeah, it's a relatively easy way to actually test to see if it will work or not for any specific champion you're wondering about. And that's about it. So cheers, and have a nice one.